Hey, first grade, it's Mrs. Arbini again, and clearly I'm having some trouble getting my camera to work with the screencasting program we use. So you're not getting to see my beautiful, gorgeous face today. It's such a bummer for you. I'm just teasing. I'm having trouble getting my camera to work, but you can just kind of imagine my face and imagine Rashid's face and imagine that we're talking to you. I have a little activity for you to do. And this is not an activity that you're just going to do for today. I actually want you to work on this over the next few days, okay? Now, I have my clipboard here. You don't have to use a clipboard. You could use a Post-it note or a piece of paper. I would not recommend a whiteboard because I wouldn't want you to erase right now. But you can use any of those things I mentioned or something else that would work. And I want you to make 2 columns on your paper. Now, we're detectives, right? Detectives collect evidence. And so that's what we're going to do. So on one side of my paper, I have written blank A, blank E. What do you think I wrote that for? Those are for words that we find in our reading and our writing that have the long A sound and the silent E at the end. And then over here, I made a line with an O and a line with an E. What do you think this side's going to be for? That's going to be for words that have long O with the silent E at the end. Now, I'm going to grab my pen. I will tell you, Mrs. Bluette, I feel, is a very good pen writer on the screen. I will tell you right now that I do not possess Mrs. Bluette's amazing pen writing talent. So you're just going to have to bear with me because I don't do those nice, neat lines like she does. Are we looking at this? Are we looking? This is not as nice and neat as Mrs. Bluette. But you're going to draw a line down the middle, and then you're going to draw a line across the top, okay? And so you have 2 columns. And as you're reading and writing, if you find some evidence that supports our theory that words that have the silent E at the end have a long A or a long O sound, I want you to write them down, okay? So I was actually reading a recipe today, just to give you an example. And I was reading a recipe about making some bread, and it said to take the bread out of the oven. And as I was reading that, I thought, oh my gosh, my first graders, they would be so excited to see this word because it really follows the case of the silent E and all of the facts that we've collected. And so I would write that word, again, not as beautiful as Mrs. Bluette and her pen writing. See, not quite as nice. That's okay. It looks like a 2-year-old wrote this. And so I'm going to write the word take on this side of my piece of paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to my clipboard, my virtual clipboard that I have here. You're going to hold on to your piece of paper or your Post-it note. And for the rest of the week, while you're reading and writing, I want you to collect all the evidence you can that supports our ideas about long A and a silent E at the end and long O and a silent E at the end. All right, detectives, happy collecting.